To do something a little bit different tonight, make a quick video on CAV CON. So virtual CAV CON was held March. It was held in March. It was pretty great. It was a good 3 days of just hobby and CAV news and things like that. Yeah, it was really awesome. There's quite a few different things going on. Mostly Twitch streaming is where everybody gathered and watched. Some cool news. And another thing that happened was this Painters Expo, which ran from the 26th to the 28th. And this was essentially a painting quote-unquote competition. But a bunch of different folks in kind of the CAV community painted up models or finished up models that they'd been working on throughout the year and submitted them to just for fun to show off what they'd been working on, and also kind of as a friendly fun competition too. And I wanted to just showcase a few of these single models, a diorama, and then a few of the squads as well that were there. I'm not going to talk about every single model that was entered, just a few random, not a random sampling, but some that I liked, that I thought might be fun to share and just kind of highlight out here on YouTube. So starting off really strong were these Crusader models that were submitted by one painter, and there was quite a few of them. You can just see the care and the detail level that went into these, all the edge highlighting, really nice blends, the freehand work. It's kind of unusual. This Halberd is more robot-y than more robot-like or humanoid-like than many of the CAV models. And you know, here's what won first place for really obvious reasons. Again, all those edge highlights, just the sheer amount of effort that went into this. And later on, we'll show you this squad of all of these that were submitted together. Really cool. Just personal preference. The only thing that I'm not super in love with is the static grass, just because it breaks scale a little bit. But overall, pretty good. Yeah, and like really great painting. I mean, phenomenal. This model, this cool cougar, and kind of actually an unusual top down to the right shot picture of it. Actually, it showcases a cougar really well. What am I saying? Unusual. It's cool. And not to belittle this, but it's a relatively simplistic paint job, right? But the color, like the color contrast, I think is what's working so well here. The kind of khaki greeny overall color of the model, combined with that steel blue, offset each other, and the jeweling is really well done there on the cockpit. I quite enjoy that model. And then let me show you two from this person who submitted another series of models. Their Adenese, this Enforcer, and this Mantis is what I've plucked out. And I love the Mantis model. It's so like low and mean and cool. But if you look at these, look at the care done to pick out all these little hex details throughout here. Must have gone absolutely nuts. Each one of these stripes is alternating yellow, orange, yellow, orange, yellow, orange. I mean, wow. And it kind of unusual style. I haven't seen a lot of this really kind of hyper flat kind of paneled look. I think it actually, like, it looks really, it's almost Tron-esque. Or it brings out the kind of the tech flair of CAV more too. I quite like those. And then this, I'm pretty sure, is Ross. I'm starting to be able to finally identify a few of the painters, which are often highlighted for CAV photography work. I guess you'd call them the Talent Game Studio painters. So yeah, this is Ross's rock, and I think it's done. I think this is for his quote-unquote flying circus of rock, RACH, the faction miniatures, but done this really kind of super cell shaded kind of style that he has, which is really cool. I just enjoy that because, I mean, you know, a pink rock. Come on. Gotta like it. Gotta like it. These metallic colors, I haven't seen, I'm sure they're out there, but I haven't seen a lot of metallic paints in very different colors, and the haunt, this feels super, again, I've kind of, I said that about the other one, but this feels like a high tech, like a metal alloy spider death machine crawling towards you. It's awesome. Love it. Great classic Kraken and classic rock red with a fierce white stripe and a white tail fin tip there. Very, very cool. Pretty sure this is Todd's Kodiak. Love it because it's got CAV CON hand like these again, handwork on there, and the really darker overall green color with the lighter blue. It's actually this screen resolution I'm using here. It's probably, this is a little bit too blown up. It's a much sharper picture at a slightly smaller scale. It's really, yeah, what can you say about Ross and Todd, but awesome. Oh yeah, speaking of more gods in the painting world, miniature painting world, here's James Wapple's tank, which he cranked out in about under an hour live on Twitch for all of us to see and go, we hate you. Well, it's really cool. This is all done in oils. I think what resonates so well about this is, A, it's a familiar tank shape. It's very M1 Abrams sort of looking. And then coupled with that is a very realistic paint job that you could expect to see on a typical earthly tank, not a sci-fi tank. So it just feels right. And those stains, streaking, chips, everything that's laid down there is really, really cool. One thing I would suggest to Mr. Wapple, though, is to actually change up the colors on the tank treads and the wheels to break up that. But, you know, that's just me, and I shouldn't really comment about people's work who are far better above me. Here's another haunt. Really, really neat. And in fact, this later upcoming, there's a squad of these Malvernis with this lightning stripe kind of crack work going down it. Super cool. Love the impact together of all of them. Wait till you see it. The Mastodon Diorama. I do not know, and yeah, it's highlighted. This is metal. I do not know how big Mastodon is versus another regular CAV, but very, very nice work. And I believe this person is kind of obsessive about the Mastodon itself. So that's kind of interesting to note, and not surprising that they would submit one. Very cool. Yeah, this what a wild paint combo, and it just works. Purple with black and white zebra striping. I never in a million years would this occur to me to do. Works really well. I think it works even especially well on the Hunter tanks because they break things up a little bit more with their black treads. Awesome. And who doesn't love the Banshee hover tank? I mean, come on, it's cool. This would be the thing that would pull me into grabbing Malvernis Force if I. But I'm kind of, my heart belongs to these guys right now, the rock. And again, this is what I'm going in the classic red with the white stripe. I think there's a badger that's running around in this paint combo. There was that Kraken earlier. There's a bunch of them. What I wanted to show you though is this CAV fan submitted both these squads, and like I never would have, looking at this, I wouldn't think, oh yeah, they would paint like this too. I mean, it just shows you the variety and skill that people have. They're able to do. And speaking of amazing squads, yeah, there's Todd. I think drop the hand skill level down to somewhere where I'm at or even lower. Even with that, you choose these colors and this type of style, and it's just going to be so striking and good. Also, I think that basing work, even though it's simple, is really effective. I really also enjoy the different red highlights on different parts of the model, right? Different areas of all these razors were highlighted, and I believe that's the same. I can't find. Oh yeah, like these two and those two. Yep. See, like, this guy's got red shoulders. Doesn't have red shoulders. Red stripes on his rocket launchers. I mean that's a really neat technique. It kind of harkens to what some other miniature companies do, where they change up the shield insignias or the halberd tips or things like this, so that it looks the models, the castings all look similar, but there are slight variations. The castings are actually all identical, but because of the paint job, it's bringing out differences there. I will say though, Todd, I'm pretty sure you didn't paint these in 2021, so I'm calling shenanigans. No, you can enter them anywhere. and I love Todd and Ross's work. So cool. This is Hugh, I'm pretty sure. Awesome. And actually, this force squared off against this force. I watched the whole game, and I think there was also a podcast kind of discussion on the force makeup and everything that happened. I didn't listen to that yet. I have no clue how it really went down and how it all ended, but there's some cool shots of that game on this really fabulous terrain back here. I think Hugh does a lot of customization. I'm pretty sure those turrets are different on these. I never remember the name. Chieftain tanks. That's right. Oh yeah, this is Aidanese, isn't it? Javelin Chieftains. Yeah. So this is a faction that I like, and I can't even recognize them. Basing works awesome. These, I will say, also, I believe were painted in 2021, based on progress shots that I've saw of them coming across Discord, and the fact that these were entered off of a photograph that is the table that they were played on. So these were specifically done for CAV CON. I think that deserves extra bonus points. So you just could, that's awesome. This is James's work, and I think James has said he's relatively new to oil painting, and I believe these were all done in oils. Monochromatic, the get on board the yellow buses and get schooled by James. They're really, really nice shading, and has inspired me to. I grabbed a few oil paints to try up on my Badger. And I believe the Cav Ball forces were all painted similar here, so yeah, pretty slick. And there you go. So this is what I was talking about. All together, we had first place for individual model, and now first place for squad, and just off of sheer effort. And let's also acknowledge the fact that we're using a classic, tried and true, good complementary contrast between orange and blue here. I mean, all this looks great. Look at these are guided missiles or big rockets. Look at that detail on that. And just phenomenally cool. Really, really great. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, here's the Lightning Malvernis squad. So I think these are great. I've never painted a lightning technique like that before. There's some definite bravery in laying down something like that. What are these? Shadows? These are ghost, pillager. That must be the butcher. It must be going left to right. Yeah, shadow, ghost. Yeah, so this shadow, I particularly like that. And that copy. Yeah, just... And again, what a great squad. And then probably because I'm super rock biased and they're in red. I mean, with the jeweling on this cockpit, wow, like it feels. Maybe also the lighting is helping here too. Like look at that, but just feels like it's glowing evil green coming to get you. It's too. Actually, I wish the third place is taken off so we could see that Imperador there in the con. Awesome stuff. So yeah, overall really cool. I had a super fun time participating in it. You guys should come and check out the CAV community if you're into rompy stompy robots and actually just like some great people and great community feel. Totally recommend it. You can find all sorts of information on the CAV HQ, all one word, lowercase, Facebook page. There's a Discord channel, and people are relatively active there. There's posts pretty much every day on the Discord, and we're all trying to keep each other going and hobbying and sharing the love. So, right on. Hope everybody has a great evening. Bye.